Hello there, welcome to Goin All Gamer. I'm your host Sean. It's Saturday, July the 4th, and here is your weekly news roundup. Welcome to Weekly News Roundup, the show where we basically bring you your top 5 news stories of any given week. And kicking off our news this week, Nolan North may have confirmed The Last of Us 2. Yes, while speaking at the MetroCon 2015 panel, North was asked if he had any upcoming projects with Naughty Dog and had this to say.
For now, last one, I know they're doing Last of Us 2.
And now, since Naughty Dog have not come out and confirmed anything about the sequel, I don't really know how to take this, but considering the success of The Last of Us 1, it's pretty obvious that they're going to do a sequel at some point. But The Last of Us creative director Neil Druckmann and director Bruce Stanley are so caught up with Uncharted 4, I imagine that they won't probably announce anything about the sequel until after Uncharted 4's release, which pins it sometime after early 2016, which is roughly after March, I'd say. But as soon as they announce anything, you can find that news right here on Goin All Gamer. And moving on, a small indie development company based in Britain are developing an indie horror game called Allison Road. And from watching the prototype that they released on YouTube this week, it looks an awful lot like PT. For those of you who don't know what PT is, it's basically like the playable teaser that was released last year for the new Silent Hills game, which was basically canned after Kojima and Konami had a big falling out. Fucking Konami. But moving on, Allison Road is currently in pre-alpha now, and the vertical slice that we saw is only a prototype, and most of the stuff that you see in it might not actually be in the game when it's fully released. But from what I did see, it does look pretty good and looks friggin' horrific. And nothing's been said about a release window for Allison Road or what platforms are going to come out on, but if you want to keep up to date with that game, you can do that by checking out its official Facebook page, which I've left a link to in the description below. Now, if you're sad because you want a Pip-Boy, but all the Pip-Boy editions of Fallout 4 are completely sold out, all you gotta do is get your hand on the 3D printer and you'll pretty much have your own. Well, that's what Redditor the MCV did. Using a 3D printer, he managed to print off the wristband with a Raspberry Pi computer on the inside. The Raspberry Pi is running a recreated Pip-Boy UI, and the only real problem that I noticed with it is that it's missing all its dials. It's basically just running with a keyboard. That's how you operate it. But I must say, the overall look of it, it's pretty damn impressive. I've left a link to a video in the description which basically shows off how it works and everything. He's even got his own little 101 jumpsuit. It's friggin' awesome. Go check it out. Now, if you're still kicking ass in Mortal Kombat 10, you might be happy to know that you'll be able to add a new fighter to your roster very soon. This week, NetherRealm announced that Predator will become available on July 7th if you bought the Combat Pack DLC, and will be sold separately on July 14th for everyone else. Predator is a third downloadable character, along with Jason Voorhees and Tanya, and if you want to play as him but don't want to buy him, I'm sure he'll be added to the Tower Challenges, which basically allows players to test out all the DLC characters before they actually go and buy them. And finally, Bethesda's marketing executive P. Hines has revealed the release window for Fallout Shelter on Android devices. When asked about the release window on Twitter, Hines had this to say: "Coming along nice, haven't announced a date, but should be out next month. This places the release window sometime in August. Fallout Shelter is a game which you build your own vault and was released on iOS shortly after Bethesda's E3 press conference. Until now, nothing was actually said on an Android release window, so this is pretty good news. And also, Fallout Shelter is a great way to keep you occupied until November 10th when Fallout 4 actually drops." Yes, Fallout 4. And that's all the news I have for you this week, folks. Be sure to leave a like if you enjoyed and leave a comment on your thoughts about these stories. Remember, I've left links to all my sources in the description below. Also, don't forget to hit that share button so that all your other friends can see this and it's amazing news that I have to give you in this video. If you want to keep up to date with our channel, you can do that by checking out our blog, liking our Facebook page, following us on Twitter, or just simply hit that subscribe button below. Thanks for watching, and in case you've forgotten, for all your news, reviews, playthroughs and previews, stick with Goin All Gamer.